Hi, Fancy Facers. Happy Friday. I wanted to hop on.
I picked out my clothes.
You did. Those are handsome clothes, Carter. Thank you. Okay, go in Mommy's room and I'll help you put them on in a second, okay? Sorry. I wanted to pop on and give you guys a Shadowsense tip real quick. Some of you guys are branching into our Shadowsense, and y'all, to be honest, this is kind of like one of my favorite products, I think, because it is also waterproof, it is smudge proof, it is long lasting, like my eyes last for a long time. But a couple tips. So one, you guys know it's a cream to powder, right? So you put it on like a lip sense applicator, like the applicator is the same as lip sense. So I always say you need to do like a, what's it called? Like a base layer, right? So I always put on, I use Sandstone Pearl, which is one of the same colors that I use as my concealer. But I use Sandstone Pearl as a base. So I put it on first and then I give it a moment to set, right? So I'll tell you why using a base helps.
Mommy, I got.
You did get lots of clothes. Thank you so
We
much.
got underwear, a green shirt, and blue jeans.
You did. I like it. Thank you, guys. Okay. So using a primer works. Hi, Michelle. Using a primer works, and I'll tell you why. Because it's going to help prolong your color. These are my... Hey, guys. Can y'all do Mommy a favor? Can you go in Mommy's bedroom for me? For like 2
I'm
seconds?
going to swap my shirt out.
Okay, go ahead and swap your shirt out. That's fine.
I just swap my shirt out.
It helps prolong your color because our color builds, right? Like it builds the layers. So this will help your color go on. If you use a base,
Keep that green shirt, 'cause I like that color.
it'll help it go on smoother and more vibrant. So I always use a base. The other reason I use a base is my eyelids, my face, y'all, and my skin is not generally oily, but my eyes are for some reason. Like my eyes get, they're a little bit oily sometimes. So not my skin, just like right here in my creases. Plus I have very small like lids. So there's not a lot of space to work with there. So if you use a primer, use like a Shadowsense as a primer, just one of the neutral colors. We have Snow. Snow is like a white. That's actually great as like a highlighter too, like on the insides and up in here. You have Snow, Candlelight, and Sandstone Pearl are really good ones. I use Sandstone Pearl just because it's closer to like, I mean, that's pretty on point, close to my skin. Candlelight, I'll show you the difference. This is Candlelight right here. Candlelight is I feel like it's just for darker, for people who have a bit darker pigment in their skin. I don't, so. Some people also use like a blot, like if you do have a tendency to get, like if your eyelids are oily, you can use like the blot cloths, like the oil absorbing sheets. We actually have some. If anybody's interested, I've got a couple. But that's a great, like use your Shadowsense as a primer. Give it a few minutes to set. Not a few minutes, bless. Ain't nobody got time for giving it a few minutes to set. No. Give it a second to set though. Like if you saw I did one eye and then I did the other eye. And that's what you want to do. You just want to give it a minute because it is cream to powder. So you want it to set. Ooh. Y'all, there went my whole little phone setup. I just saw you slowly go, like slow motion falling. But, so even like this is pink opal. So it's a light pink, you can see it. But I'm even using that as, I still had my base, but I gave my base time to set, right? And so now my colors will go. So if you are using them, know that they are buildable. Cindy, I know you love the Shadowsense girl. They are buildable. Also, if you want more pigment, don't windshield wiper your wand. If you want more pigment and you want more color.
Mommy, I got this green shirt.
That's a handsome green shirt, Carter. Thank you. Dab it in, right? Don't do like this. Like blot your color where you want it to go. Because that will hold more pigment, right? Because if you start like windshield wipering, you have now like you're smearing as opposed to placing. So those are two of my biggest tips. Use a primer, right? Like use Sandstone Pearl or Candlelight or Snow. You could really use Pink Opal too, or Pink Frost. It's not Pink Opal, Pink Opal Shimmer, but Pink Frost. You could really use Pink Frost too, but I use that just more of like a color, right? And then dab in, like blot in. Don't just smear. I mean, you can smear, but I'm not trying to have my color go everywhere. Y'all, this is a really pretty, mulberry is one of my favorites. I use it as an eyeshadow, but I also use it as a blush too. It's such a pretty, like a mauvey pink, and I think it looks great on all skin tones. So if you need like an intro Shadowsense color, girl, this is it. Because I'm having to like scrape my thing because I'm running low. Oh, y'all, also, and I say I'm running low, this was one of the first colors I bought, so it's close to a year old, and I use it quite often. One other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is if your Shadowsense, if you start to run out, like my black onyx, I'm starting to scrape the bucket too. So each of these has a stopper in it. I don't know if you can see it, but along the rim, there's like a little plastic stopper. You can take a pair of tweezers. It's kind of a tricky process, but you can take a pair of tweezers and pull it out, like pliers, and pluck it up and pull it out. And you get access to so much more product in here. I mean, look, it doesn't come out as pretty, but y'all, I thought I was like done with my sandstone pearl, but there's so much left now. So it does make for like, it's not as pretty and as clean when it comes out, but holy cow, you get so much more product. So if you need a little tip on how to extend it, because with these, y'all, these are pumped to the bottom, so I'm getting every last drop of the foundation, but with these, it's not that same airtight pop up, right? But if you take off that stopper, girl, you can prolong the ever-living daylight out of your Shadowsense. So just food for thought. Wanted to share that with y'all. Hop on and share like a tip for the day, because I always find it helpful. And you don't normally have to dab on so much, but like my garnet's running out too, because I use that for shadows and my brows. So there's that too. I've got a lip party tonight, y'all. And so I get to go share these products with women. If it's something that you want to do, you just let me know and I will come over and we can color play too. Tara's having like just her neighbors over, some fun, and we're gonna go play. That's in Greensboro, so if anybody's in Greensboro and wants to come play with us, just let me know. But y'all, super easy, super buildable. So to recap, tools. Use like a primer, right? Well, first of all, if they're greasy, and not greasy, y'all, greasy is not the right word. I don't know. If you find that your mascara or your eyeliner runs sometimes, mine doesn't, my liner doesn't run here anymore with this, but with my other stuff that I used to use, I did all the time. Blot, like just make sure they're dry. You can also take our powder brush or any powder, not this one, that's the colored one, but the neutral, and put that on your eyelids. So you just wanna make sure they're dry, like good absorbed dry before you go. And then use a primer. I use Sandstone Pearl. Let it sit, let it absorb, let it dry. If you are building, let them dry, right? And then when I say, don't windshield, pat it in, right? Place your shadow, don't smear your shadow. And then if you need to extend, I need to do it to garnet and onyx, pull out that stopper, you get so much more product. Anyway, I'm going to go help my littlest. He just came in. He just came in, so I'm going to go help them out. But I hope you'll have a fabulous Friday. Just take time and tell the people that you love them, right? Give everybody a hug today. Yeah, give everybody a hug today that you need to. Hug your families, hug your loved ones, hug your littles. Just make sure you tell everybody that you love them and that you hope you have a good day. So, stay fabulous and stay fancy. Those were eyeshadow tips, so go back and watch it. And y'all, so it's a tricky day. But the great news is our eyeshadows are also waterproof, so even if I'm crying today, which it'll happen, I had a friend pass, so it happens, right? But the shadows are also, sorry, I really thought I could do that without crying. But the shadows are waterproof too, and they won't come off. So, hey, can you say hi? No, can you blow kisses? You being a turkey? No. Look at those cheeks, though. Look at those cheeks. So, I hope y'all have a fabulous day. Those are the 3 tips, and I'll kind of post them below as well, just so you see them. But I hope you have a great day. Y'all stay fabulous and stay fancy. Hug somebody you love today, right? Give some kisses. Give some, especially if you got your lip sense on. It's not going to come off. All right. Stay fancy, y'all. Bye.